Waterway Navigation is the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers' earliest civil works mission. Naval Station Guantanamo Bay recently called upon the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Dredge MURDEN for an innovative mission to help maintain safe and efficient navigation conditions for military and commercial vessels in the harbor.
It involves three different agencies: the Coast Guard, the U.S. Navy, and the Army Corps of Engineers. And what we have is a multi-pronged effort to enable a build-out of infrastructure for the base. So it all starts with the need for gas and to be able to barge in the gas for the base. And how we're doing that is that we are reopening the St. Nicholas Channel over on the Leeward side of the island and doing that for the Navy. In conjunction to that, we're also moving aids to navigation, or ATONs, for the U.S. Coast Guard. So we're pulling out 8 of the original day markers that the Navy left, and we're putting in 10 additional ATONs for the Coast Guard.
The Dredge MURDEN, on loan to the Jacksonville District from the Wilmington District, is one of those specialized vessels that has a solution for our nation's toughest challenges, especially when it comes to dredging operations.
My name's Sean Pickering. I'm from Houston, Texas. Work out of the Wilmington District. I'm the second mate on board, so I work with the dredge equipment down here and fill in up there where Charles is, Mr. Goodwin. We are in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, in the ferry channel here. We've never been to Cuba before. We didn't transit the vessel here. It was towed. The material's new to us. At least, you work with what you have when you get there.
The MURDEN is a specialized 160-foot by 35-foot split hull hopper shallow draft dredge that is designed specifically to get into those hard-to-reach areas.
It's a 165-foot from end to end hopper dredge, shallow draft hopper dredge, the first classified hopper dredge in the United States, as far as I know, first documented one. And we have a draft light of 5 feet, and when we're loaded, 8 to 8.5 feet loaded. And we can turn around in some pretty narrow channels, and we dredge up to 20 foot of water.
The crew uses 2 drag arms that are extended below the boat and capture and return shoaled material to the hopper.
So I'm handling both the winches, port and starboard. I'm listening to the mate on who's conning the vessel. When he has us, send them down, take them down to depth.
The MURDEN's onboard material holding area is known as a hopper. This modern innovation allows it to carry the sediment and load equipment up to 50 dump truck loads of dredged material.
This is considered a split hull hopper dredge from stem to stern. And once we start opening up, it splits and the material goes out the middle, and then we go ahead on it or in reverse and let the prop wash finish washing any leftover material out the hopper. And then we close it back up and we go on back to the job site and start dredging again.
The MURDEN, she works 24/7 from the moment she gets onto a project to the moment she leaves. Does some incredible work in providing some safe navigation in all of our nation's federal harbors and channels. This wouldn't be made possible without the efforts of our sister district, Jacksonville, from the South Atlantic Division. We were actually by name requested from the Navy to come down here and do this job. They mentioned the MURDEN and our other ship, the Brandy Station by name, to come down and do some of this incredible work and getting them access to some well-needed points in some of their channels.
My name is Greg Zeligman. I'm what they call a craft master here in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. I drive our passenger ferry, our LCU, and our tugboats that assist naval vessels and Coast Guard vessels into the port. Working with the MURDEN crew as they were deepening the channel has been terrific. They were incredibly professional, aware of where we were, how we were handling, and then, in fact, what they were doing was deepening the channel so that we could better navigate through. So we do a lot of nighttime runs, depending on whatever the mission requires, and having to do S-turns and navigate around shoal water that was charted as deep water was particularly challenging. So that is now straightened out. We can maneuver throughout the channel. We can meet other vessels such as the security boats, the Army LCU that's transiting. We're back on track to where it hasn't been like this for as long as anyone can remember. So this is long overdue, very much appreciated.
Reporting for USACE, I'm Mark Rankin from Guantanamo Bay, Cuba.